You've been lied to. And I'm not talking about a small lie. I'm talking about a lie so big, so pervasive, that it's literally stolen years from people's lives and millions from their bank accounts. It's the lie that waking up at 5 a.m. will make you successful. The lie that if you're not grinding 16 hours a day, you're lazy. The lie that success requires sacrifice, suffering, and sleeping on someone's couch eating ramen noodles. Here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Most successful people didn't become successful because they woke up early. They became successful because they woke up smart. And there's a massive difference between the two that could change everything for you starting today. Let me tell you about two people I know. Let's call them Alex and Jordan. Both wanted to build successful businesses. Both were motivated. Both read the same books, followed the same gurus, and believed in the same hustle culture mentality. Alex woke up every single day at 5 a.m., did the morning routine, cold showers, journaling, meditation, hit the gym, was at the desk by 7 a.m., worked until midnight most nights, posted about the grind on social media, made sure everyone knew how hard they were working. Jordan, on the other hand, woke up at 8 a.m., sometimes 9 a.m., worked maybe 6 hours a day, took long walks in the afternoon, spent time with family, seemed almost lazy compared to Alex. Fast forward 3 years, Alex burned out, exhausted, resentful, business barely breaking even. Jordan built a 7-figure company, retired their parents, and travels 3 months out of the year. What happened? How did the person who worked less achieve more? This is what I call the productivity paradox, and understanding it will save you years of wasted effort. Here's what actually happened. Alex was busy, Jordan was productive. Alex confused motion with progress. Jordan focused on leverage. See, Alex spent 16 hours a day doing everything, answering every email, attending every meeting, posting on every social media platform, making every decision, being involved in every detail. Jordan spent 6 hours a day doing only the things that actually moved the needle. They built systems. They hired help early, even when it felt scary. They automated everything that could be automated. They said no to opportunities that didn't align with their highest value activities. They understood something critical. Your time isn't equal. Not every hour you work has the same value. Some hours are worth $10. Some are worth $10,000. And the secret to building real wealth isn't working more hours. It's working more high-value hours and eliminating, delegating, or automating everything else. Think about this for a second. If you make $50,000 a year working 40 hours a week, your time is worth about $24 an hour. Now, if you spent one of those hours building a system that saves you 5 hours every week, that single hour is worth $120 every single week going forward. That's $6,240 a year in value from 1 hour of work. That's the difference between linear thinking and exponential thinking. Most people are stuck in linear thinking. They believe more hours equals more money, more effort equals more results, more hustle equals more success. But that's not how wealth actually works. Wealth is built through leverage, not labor, through systems, not sweat, through strategy, not sacrifice. The richest people in the world aren't the ones working the hardest. They're the ones who figured out how to get leverage. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let me break it down into the framework that changed everything for me. First, stop glorifying busy. Being busy is not a badge of honor. It's often a sign of poor prioritization. I see people bragging about working 80-hour weeks like it's something to be proud of. You know what's actually impressive? Building something that works so well you don't have to work 80 hours a week. That's impressive. Your goal shouldn't be to work more. Your goal should be to build something so valuable, so systematized, that it works without you having to be there every second. Think of it this way. You're not building a job for yourself. You're building an asset that creates value independent of your time. Second, identify your $10 tasks and your $10,000 tasks. Every single thing you do in your business or career falls somewhere on this spectrum. Checking emails, probably a $10 task. Creating strategic partnerships, $10,000 task. Scheduling social media posts, $10 task. Creating the content strategy that actually converts, $10,000 task. Doing your bookkeeping, $10 task. Making financial decisions that optimize your tax strategy, $10,000 task. Most people spend 80% of their time on $10 tasks and 20% of their time on $10,000 tasks. Successful people flip this. They spend 80% of their time on high-value activities and they eliminate, delegate, or automate everything else. Here's an exercise. For 1 week, write down everything you do and how long it takes. Then rate each activity on a scale of 1 to 10 based on its impact on your revenue or goals. If something is below a 7 and you're spending more than an hour a week on it, it needs to go. Third, embrace the power of strategic laziness. This sounds crazy, but hear me out. The most productive people I know are strategically lazy. They're constantly asking, how can I get the same result with less effort? How can I automate this? How can I systematize this? How can I delegate this? They're not looking for ways to work harder. They're looking for ways to work smarter. They're asking better questions, not how many hours can I work, but what's the minimum effective dose to get the result I want? Not how much can I do, but what should I stop doing? Not how can I be busy, but how can I be effective? This kind of thinking feels wrong at first because we've been conditioned to believe that struggle equals success, that if it's not hard, it's not valuable. But that's not true. Sometimes the most valuable things are the easiest. Sometimes the breakthrough comes from simplification, not complication. Fourth, build systems, not just skills. Skills are important, but systems are scalable. Your skills max out at your personal capacity. You can only be so good, so fast, so productive, but systems have no limit. A good system can serve 10 people or 10 million people with the same level of quality. Think about McDonald's. The reason McDonald's is successful isn't because they have the best burgers, it's because they have the best system. You can go to any McDonald's anywhere in the world and get the same experience. That's the power of systems. Now apply that to your life. What are the repetitive tasks you do every day? Can you create a template, a checklist, a standard operating procedure? Can you record a video explaining how you do it so someone else can do it exactly like you? Can you automate it with software? There are hundreds of free or cheap tools that can automate your workflows. You can start creating content with just your phone, no fancy equipment needed. You can document your journey, share your insights, build an audience. That's media leverage. You can batch your tasks. Instead of doing a little bit of everything every day, dedicate blocks of time to similar activities. That's a form of leverage too. You're using the power of focus and momentum to multiply your output. The point is this: leverage isn't about how much you have, it's about how you think. It's about constantly asking yourself, how can I get more output from the same input? How can I create once and benefit many times? How can I work once and get paid multiple times? This is the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop measuring your worth by how many hours you work. Start measuring it by the value you create. Stop bragging about how little sleep you got. Start bragging about how efficiently you work. Stop sacrificing your health, your relationships, your happiness for some mythical future success that might never come. Start building a life that's successful right now, today, while you're building toward an even better tomorrow. Success isn't supposed to destroy you. It's supposed to liberate you. It's supposed to give you more time, more freedom, more choice, not less. If you're building something that requires you to work yourself into the ground, you're not building success. You're building a prison. And I don't care how much money it makes, if you're miserable, stressed, exhausted, and missing out on life, you haven't succeeded. You've just created an expensive, socially acceptable form of failure. The goal isn't to be the hardest working person in the room. The goal is to be the most effective, the most strategic, the most leveraged, the person who creates the most value with the least wasted effort. So here's what I want you to do starting today. Stop glorifying busy. Stop wearing your exhaustion like a badge of honor. Stop sacrificing everything for productivity theater. Start focusing on leverage. Start building systems. Start automating. Start delegating. Start saying no to low-value activities. Start protecting your energy like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Start working on your business, not just in your business. Start thinking exponentially instead of linearly. Start measuring results, not hours, and watch how everything changes. Watch how you start making more progress in less time. Watch how opportunities start showing up because you finally have the mental space to see them. Watch how your income starts growing without your hours growing with it. That's real success. That's real freedom. That's the difference between being busy and being wealthy. Now go build something that works for you, not something that you have to work yourself to death for. Your future self will thank you.